their mind on who's the biggest threat. Before I move, let me just stop and think who's the biggest threat. Okay? You might be completely wrong, by the way. Okay? But, you know, you don't know whether the person has anything else with them. You don't know what their skills are. You don't, you know, you really can't judge, but all you have is what you see in front of you. And so you're naturally going to move to the biggest thing. Okay, we'll get over to here. And you're using this person to shield, but not only to do what we started by doing, by backing off and continuing to go this way, but they're not that dumb. They're not as dumb as they look. But they will eventually realize, okay, we can't move through the shield, we're going to move around. I'm not going to continue to go back for too long. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the shield right away. Use the shield, and when the next person comes in, then you're going back to the original techniques that we started with. Okay? You can do that in a couple of different ways. The shield goes where she doesn't think she's going, and I'm going to use the techniques with whatever I can get, whether it's the head rather than the arm, the body, or another shield using the same technique, or that person and a throw, which we won't actually do the takedown, but we'll set them up like we could with the same technique. And then we keep going with the same techniques that we were doing, and we keep the same technique and the same idea. So you have a way of deflecting one person into another. They're a shield, now I've got no shield, so now I end up having to block and strike, but I can keep that person and use that shield over to the next person. Okay? So you initiate with one of the first two techniques that we did, but then your attackers are going to be a little bit more strategic too. They don't have to just come through the middle, but they will come around and try to get you. And you're going to use that shield and go bowling for attackers. Okay? Rather than just being the sitting duck baiting them to come in. There's a time when you want to bait them, but once you've exposed that you have taken the initiative, you want to stay on the initiative. Yes?